And one. All right, everybody, we are reviewing for Unit 3 assessment tomorrow. Please make sure that you are thinking about what you're reading carefully, and answering the question. If you need to use the three read protocol, please use it. Please don't forget three read protocol. I taught it to you for a reason. Please use it. Please use it. Please. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. Number one. Now this one, they sort of made me think, feel like I didn't teach anything this year. It says write a multiplicative comparison situation that's represented by the equation 45 times 7 equals F. Sit up. I have told y'all too many times not to lay on the carpet. Troy, pick that up. You just knocked it down. Pick it up. Not Troy. Journey. If you knock something down, pick it up. This is the type of time I should not have to stop for things like this. If you're knocking it down, you know you gotta pick it up. No more stopping for things that I know you know better than doing. All right, multiplicative comparison. What words are normally in a multiplicative comparison question? Lord, please let them say something that we know to be true. Oh my goodness. What words do we find in a multiplicative comparison? Trinity.
Oh yeah, Trinity.
I did not ask you what word can you find in the word multiplicative comparison. That's not the question. Well, here we go. What words do you normally find in a multiplicative comparison situation when you're reading a question? Kaylee?
Oh yeah, Kaylee.
No, that's okay. I'll do one. All right. Normally, you would find times as many. Y'all don't remember times as many? No.
Yes.
So, in other words, I didn't do a good job.
You did.
No, because if you don't remember, then we got a problem. So, it looks like we'll be doing a packet with these next week as well. We did these for 2 weeks. Then you had an assessment on it and passed the assessment. Now you don't know it. I don't understand. Do not write the one that I'm about to write. You are going to create your own. Tori has 45 cupcakes. Janila has 7 times as many. Y'all don't remember these types of questions?
They're in a do now.
Several, for weeks we did this.
Three read protocol.
How many cupcakes does Janila have? Okay, write your own multiplicative comparison situation. Write your own now. Not mine, yours. Times as many is your keyword for multiplicative comparisons. Shouldn't take a whole 15 minutes. You got about 60 seconds to finish. All right, give me an example. Who has one that they're done with? All right, go ahead, Ayani.
Oh yeah, Ayani. Latrine has 45 pieces of candy. Haley has 7 times as many pieces of candy than Latrine. How many pieces of candy does Haley have?
Thank you. All right, one more example. All right, go ahead. Ayana.
Oh yeah, Ayana. Ayani has 45 smoothies. Nyla has 7 times as many smoothies. How many smoothies does Nyla have?
Thank you. Very good. Those are called what?
Multiplicative comparisons.
Multiplicative comparisons. Multiplicative comparisons. So when you solve these types of questions, you simply multiply the number that Troy has 7 times. It tells you 7 times. Okay? All right, number 2, this is just like the do now that we just did. Drew's flag football team tried to make 8 6-point touchdowns during the game. They made 6 of them. How many points did Drew's team score from the 6 6-point touchdowns? Okay, so remember, this is your information. 6 6-point touchdowns. And this is easy. You don't even really have to, you really don't have to do an area model for these. You really don't. You can write your equation. You know that 6 times 6 is 36, but if you don't know that 6 times 6 is 36, then you might want to do 2 plus 2 plus 2 times 6. That's 12, 12, 12, which is 12 times 3, which is 36. Because remember, on your test, you're going to have to show your work. So be careful. However many points they say, and however many, whatever it is, make sure you're multiplying. Okay? Number 3. On Wednesday, Elani made $25 at her baking job. On Friday, Elani made 4 times as much. How much money did she make in all? Okay, what are we doing here? Ava.
Oh yeah, Ava.
$25 times 4 equals B. B equals something. Okay, so 25 times 4, you could do 25 plus 25 plus 25 plus 25. You could do that. You could do an area model, 25 times 4. 20 times 4, 10, 4 times 2 is 8, and then 4 times 5 is 20. 80 plus 20 is
80 plus 20
is 100. So she made $100. Questions? Yes.
When I did the 4, I got 82.
You got what? When you did what one?
When I did the other one you showed us, the 25 4 times, I got 82.
25 4 times? How many quarters in a dollar?
25.
How many quarters? And how much is a quarter worth?
25 cents.
Oh, okay. So 25 4 times is $1 or 100, however you want to put it. 100 pennies, 100 cents, $1. When we're talking about money. Okay? Sometimes you have to think about, oh, what equals 25? What do I know about 25? And then come up with your solution. Cover your mouth when you yawn, please. Ladies, on some of these questions I messed up. I forgot to put certain things, so I'll tell you that when we get to those questions. I don't know. Some of them I don't know. I don't know. Probably was, but I'll let you know. All right, number 4, can this area model be used to solve 24 times 32 equals W? If not, what is the error made in solving the problem? Show your work. So in order to show your work, you actually have to do the problem and compare it to what they did. So don't just sit here and try to look at it and figure it out. Do the problem yourself and then compare it to what's already been done. Okay, so we have 20 plus 4 times 30 plus 2. Trying to keep it on camera. But I'm really struggling with keeping it on camera. All right, 30 times 20, 2 zeros, 1, 2. And then 3 times 2 is 6. 30 times 4 is 1, 0. 3 times 4 is 12. And then 2 times 20, 1, 0. 2 times 2 is 4. And then 2 times 4 is 8. If I add it all together, 720 plus 48 equals 768. W equals 768. All right, so if I look at my area model that was presented in the problem, can we use this model? Did they solve it correctly is the question. Why not? Why do you think, what is wrong with it rather? What did they do incorrectly? Sophia.
Oh yeah, Sophia. Okay, so when they was trying to do the 30 times the 30 times I mean 30 times 2 or 20, they didn't put the 2 zeros, they put the 1.
Which one? 30 times 2 or 30 times 20? Because it's not the same. 30 times 2? There wasn't a 30 times 2. 30 times 20. So they should have gotten what?
600.
600 and they only did 60. So this should have been a key to the question because 30 20 times can't be 60. That doesn't make sense. 30 times 2 is 60, but 30 times 20 can't be 60. So in other words, check your work, okay? So that is what is wrong. This is how you show your work for that problem, okay? All right, number 5, solve 37 times 45. 37 times 45 equals Q. Q equals something. All right, using the area model. Okay, 37, 45.
Sorry, I did that because I realized.
You did what?
Oh, okay.
Oh, you about to tell on yourself. Go ahead and share the tea.
The tea.
Yeah, the tea.
What
What you do?
I was like, because I accidentally answered that problem for right
Oh. All right, so let's take a look. 30 times 40. What do you have? Y'all should have already been working. Y'all should already be working on it, not waiting on me. Work through the problems yourself. Use your brain power. All right, and then 40 times 7. 5 times 30. And then 5 times 7. Add it together. 1,350 plus 315. So 1,350 plus 315. Check behind Mrs. Terrell too, because I make mistakes. If I mess up, just let me know. All right. Together that equals 5,661. Q equals 1,665. Question?
Um,
All right, number 6. What's the product of the expression 5,436 times 6 equals K? Okay, I'm simply going to use the break apart method. 5,000 plus 400 plus 30 plus 6. What do I multiply these times? Y'all sure?
yes.
Because y'all very sporadic with your answers. It's taking you a long time to simply know that you multiply times 6. I need y'all to know this. This is what you should already know and be able to do. All right, so we should have 36, 180, 2,400, and 30,000. All right, now you have to add them all together. $30,000 plus 2,040 is 32,400. And then 180 plus 36 is 216. Add it together. $32,616. K equals 32,616. Questions? All right, number 7 solves. Number 7 is division. All right, 810 divided by 6 equals G. All right, we need our 6 multiples of 6.
6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, 48, 54, 60, 66, 72.
All right, here we go. All right, first digit is the 8. I know that 6 is closest to 8, and I know 6 times 1 is 6. So 0 over the digits we didn't use and below. Subtract. 210 should be left. Okay, now we are at 21. Look at my list of multiples. 18 is closest to 21. I'm sorry. I keep doing this. I did this earlier today as well. That 100 should be on the side, y'all. My brain is still saying I'm doing the area model. All right, so 100 should be on the side. I'm sorry. All right, so 6 times what is 18? 6 times 3 is 18, but I know we're talking about 30. 6 times 30 is 180. Subtract again. What do we get? I want to see if y'all act like these earlier classes today.
190.
So just as I said to both of those classes, you will also have a packet for spelling, for subtracting today, because I cannot figure out how you continue to say that 1 minus 8 is 7. I don't know, because you just told me, I heard several people say 170. So we need to continue to subtract. So you need a subtraction packet with regrouping, because this is absolutely ridiculous that we still don't know how to subtract. If I've got 110, I can't take 8 tens away, ladies. And neither can I flip them and say, oh, I don't like 210, so I'm going to say 280, so my 8 is on the top. That's a completely different problem. You cannot do that. This is how you keep getting it wrong, because you are still not effectively subtracting. You're still not. And until you make certain that you are paying attention to what you're doing, you're going to continue to get the wrong answer, not because you don't know how to divide, but because you don't know how to subtract. And that's very, very scary for me, because we can't go on. If you can't subtract, there's no way for us to keep going. Oh my gosh. 21 take away 18. 18, 19, 20, 21. It's 30. All right, when we look over at our multiples of 6, I see 30, so I can put my 30 under the 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 goes on the outside. Subtract. It leaves 0. So G equals 135. All right, so on this problem, I messed up. Need to make a correction. Need to make a correction on what I messed up on. This should be a 7. And this should be a 7. Oh, sorry. This should be a 7, and this should be a 7. All right, so this should have an answer 157, remainder 2. So which model represents the correct answer to 630 divided by 4 equals D? Explain. So down at the bottom, we're going to do 630 divided by 4. And then D equals something. All right, so let's do we can do area model. Dividend goes in, divisor goes out. Write our 4s, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40, 44, 48. Okay? All right. Starting with the 6. What's as close to 6? It's the 4. I know that 4 times 1 is 4. I didn't underline the 30, so zeros over and under. 4 times 100 is this 400. Subtract it. It leaves 230. 230 goes to the top column. Underline 23. Look over here. The closest I get is 20. So 20 goes under 23. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 goes above 23. 0 above the 0 and below the 0 because we did not use them. 30 is left. 30 goes to the top of the next column. Check our multiples of 4. 28 gets as close to 30 as possible. And I know that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 4 times 7 is 28. Subtract. It leaves 2. My answer here is 157. Remainder 2. I don't know if you can really see that. The way the light is shining on it, you can't see it.
Yeah. I can see it now.
Okay. All right, so now, which model represents the correct answer? Model 1 or model 2? Okay, model 2. What's wrong with 1? What did they do wrong on 1? Brooklyn.
Oh yeah, Brooklyn. On model 1, they in the second column, they got 230 and minus 20, but it's supposed to be 230 minus 200.
All right, very good. Okay. And more than likely, let me tell you why it's probably like this. Because when they multiplied 4 times 5, they just put 20 and did not bring down the 0. Okay? Or they simply didn't put the 20 under the 23 and bring down the 0. So either way around, it's going to result in the wrong answer. So please check and make certain that you're doing the correct all parts of your problem, because it's an easy way for you to get it wrong, even though you might know what to do, but you just didn't follow through. So make sure you're checking your work. Questions about number 8? Sorry. All right, number 9. We need to speed up because we're at the end of our time already. Number 9. Troy bought 7 cookies for a total of $2.45. If each cookie was the same price, what was the price of one cookie? So in order to find out the price of one cookie instead of the price of 7 cookies, you must divide $2.45 divided by 7 equals C. Let's see what C equals. Okay? All right, your multiples of 7.
7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49, 56, 63, 77, 84.
Okay, those are your multiples of 7. All right, underline. What do I underline here? Yes, there's a decimal, but pretend it's not there, and then we add it back in when we're done with the problem. So we can look at that like 245 cents. Because $1 is 100 cents, $2 is 200 cents, $2.45 is 245 cents. Okay. All right. So what do I underline here? 24. Okay. Look over here. 21 is the closest to 24, so put 21 under. Count 1, 2, 3. So 7 times 3 is 21. 0 over the 5 and under the 5. So 7 times 30 is 210. Subtract. It leaves 35. 35 at the next top of the next column. I look over here. I see 35. So I put it under the 35. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 7 times 5 is 35. Subtract.
0.
It leaves 0. C equals 35 cents. Okay, so don't forget, you got to put that decimal back in. And where is it? Go over 2 spaces from the right. 1, 2. And that's where your decimal goes. All right, number 10. The McClure family drove 198 miles on Monday and 185 miles on Tuesday and some more on Wednesday. They drove a total, here's the other one that I messed up, y'all. Forgot, this is supposed to be 517 right here. They drove a total of 517 miles, which is 198 plus 185 plus W equals 517 miles. How many miles, which is W, did they drive on Wednesday? So how do I solve? What do I first do? The first thing I do is subtract.
Find your variable.
We already have that done. They gave it to us. Oh gosh, what do? We add, y'all. But you can't do anything until you know how much you already have in order for you to figure what W is. Janila, focus. 8 plus 5 is 13. 9 plus 9 is 18. 383 miles is what these two are, but we still need W. Now we can what?
Subtract.
Now we can subtract that from 517 because 517 is the total. What's left would be what's left for W. Okay, what is our answer? And then I hear somebody say 174. Once again, we're still subtracting the top from the bottom. And I don't understand. Wow. Okay, so be quiet and so we can get done because we're still lost. 7 minus 3 is 4. If I've got 110, I cannot take away 8. I gotta regroup. That becomes 400s. 100 becomes 10 hundreds plus that 1 is 11 tens. 11 tens take away 8 leaves 3, and 4 minus 3 is W equals 134. What is it? Number 11. Mrs. Terrell, Autumn, Marley, and Taylor are putting together winter baskets. They have 52 pairs of winter socks. They put an equal number of winter socks into 9 baskets. They keep the remaining winter socks. How many socks did the group keep? Okay, so I know we have 52 divided by how many baskets? 9 baskets equals B. Let's find out what B equals. This should be very easy. 52 52 divided by 9. And if I do my 9s, 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, 54. That's high enough because 54 is greater than 52. Because I couldn't use the 5, I have to use the entire 52. 45 is closest to 52. 9 times what is 45? 9 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is 45. There are no digits to put a 0 behind, so I hope no one put a 0 there because there's no other digits. Subtract 7. I hope no one said 3. I hope no one said 13. Yeah, I've been seeing that a lot lately, and it's really scaring me. And because, like, we can't keep going in this direction. Some people are still subtracting starting in the greatest place value, and we've said that a million times now. Do not start adding or subtracting in the greatest place value. You always start in the ones place. All right, so 45, 52 take away 45, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 7. 7 is less than 9. I know that's my remainder. So my answer is 5, remainder 7. It says they keep the remaining winter socks. So if it's a multiple choice, are you going to mark 5? Are you going to mark 5, remainder 7, or are you going to mark 7?
5, remainder 7.
And you will be absolutely wrong.
Ooh, 7?
You'll be wrong.
No, it was 5 because they said
No, it would not. They keep the what?
remainder.
Didn't we do this week?
Yes.
Yes.
We did. We did this as they do now.
For my
They keep the remaining winter socks. The remaining, after they put equal numbers of socks into 9 baskets, they keep the remaining winter socks. There are 7 pairs remaining. That's what's remaining. Remember, these are pairs. 7 pairs would be left over that they would keep. Number 12. I gotta speed up because time is not on our side. Callie's dance team has a 6-day competition over the summer. The team spends $152 on food the first day, $284 on food the second day, $110 on food the third day, and $104 on food the last day. About how much money did Callie's dance team spend on food during the competition? So hopefully you knew that you should be adding 152 plus 284 plus 110 plus 104 equals B. What does B equal? So I would do, sorry, I think this is a little crooked. I would do 2 at a time, 152 plus 284. And I would do 110 plus 104, 6, 13, 4, 1, 2. And then I need to add these together. 436 plus 214, 10, 5, 6, $650. B equals $650. You will have the video hopefully by tonight. Hopefully it'll upload quickly today. It's been taking a long time to upload lately. All right, number 13, Ariana rode her scooter 6 kilometers to the skating rink. After skating, she rode her scooter the same distance back home. What's the total distance in meters that Ariana rode to and from the skating rink? Okay, so how far was it to the skating rink? How far was it back from the skating rink? Which is 6 kilometers. So what do I do with that? Measure. Thank you, Kaylee. You should add them together if it's asking for the total distance, I've got to add 6 kilometers plus 6 kilometers, which gives me what? Gives me 12 kilometers. But what does it ask for? It asks for meters. Please remember in what order these are in. Millimeters is the smallest, then meters, then kilometers. It takes 1,000 of the smallest ones to make the larger one. So 1,000 milliliters, wait, this is milliliters, not millimeters. Wait, no, millimeters, it's distance. Got confused, sorry. Millimeters is 1,000 millimeters that equals 1 meter. And then it takes 1,000 meters to equal 1 kilometer. So if I've got 12 kilometers, how many meters do I have? 12,000. 1,000 is the same thing we've been doing. 1,000 times 12 is 12,000. We did 2 big old pages on this. All right, number 14. If you continue to complain, I won't post the video and you can do it on your own and study by yourself. So please stop complaining about Mrs. Terrell having worked very hard to make sure you had what you need to be successful. Stop complaining. Malia worked on her project for 1 hour and 30 minutes on Monday, 45 minutes on Wednesday, and 35 minutes on Friday. What was the total number of minutes Malia worked on her project? What should I do? What am I adding? Which is how much? I heard 1 hour, but how much is that?
60 minutes.
No.
How much is an hour?
60 minutes. 6 minutes.
Oh, 90 minutes.
An hour.
It's
I've asked an hour. I never said and 30 minutes. I keep saying how much is an hour. Y'all gotta listen. That's what tells me you're not listening to what I'm asking. 60 plus 30 plus 45 plus 35 equals
120.
y. Y equals, let's find out. 60 plus 30 is 90. 45 plus 35 is 80. 90 plus 80 equals 170 minutes. All right, and finally, number 15. Julia filled all of the mall's bubblegum machines using a container which holds 7 liters. Here's my container with 7 liters. Of bubblegum balls. Gumballs. It took 4 full containers of gumballs to fill the bubblegum machine. How many milliliters of gumballs did Julia use to fill all of the mall's bubblegum machines? So first thing is, I have 7 liters, and how many do I need? So what do I do with the 4? Multiply it. We don't say times it. Multiply it times the 7 liters, which gives me how many liters? 28 liters. But my question asked for milliliters. And if 1,000 milliliters equals 1 liter, then 28 liters equals how many milliliters?
28,000 milliliters.
Thank you. There's your answer. Okay. All right. That is your review. It will hopefully be posted tonight. If it uploads, if it's not there, just know it didn't upload correctly. But I will try to get it posted as soon as possible. Let's head back to our seats, pack up our things, and let's get computers put up.